welcome. Get my comments. Make sure I can see all the comments. If you are new here, welcome to the Padilla Family Homestead. On Mondays we go live. I have been doing it outside, but with humidity it feels like 107. So I'm not gonna sit outside on the porch and do a live video. I just can't bring myself to do it. But we're in our room in the garage. This is just a little section of it. But I tried to set up in here. If the air conditioner is too loud, I apologize. If somebody hops on here, in the next few minutes I'll ask if it's too loud. I may turn it off until we start sweating. But welcome. So it has been a crazy week. We got a lot done. I kind of had a head cold for part of the week. My friend did a lot of manual labor stuff in the garden this week, and we got a lot of stuff planted. We got the corn planted, the pumpkins, we planted loofah. Now we're pushing our luck on all of these things because I think we were, at the time I calculated it, we were like 120 days, 125 days away from our average first frost of the fall. And I think we hit 115 when we planted. They haven't germinated yet, so we're still looking at, we are looking at like 100 days. So that's really pushing our luck with everything. So with the corn, with the pumpkin, and with the loofah, it's really pushing luck. But we wanted to try it, so we got them in the ground and we're doing it, and we know that we're gonna have to watch the weather, and we may have to pull stuff early. Welcome to whoever just joined. If you can let me know if the air conditioner is too loud in the background. It is really hot here, and I'm not doing the live outside, so I'm doing it in our room, but we have a window air conditioner. So if it's too loud, I could turn it off for a little bit for the live. But if not, then I'm gonna let it go. So yeah, so I had a head cold. My friend did some manual labor. Then I got some stuff planted out there. And really just, right now, we're just concentrating on watering. I'll tell you what though, I thought I lost 2 chickens yesterday. They're back. We have them. But man, was that funny. Horrific. Terrifying. But it worked out, and I was funny in the process. I'm like, what the heck? How did these chickens disappear? They were hiding, is what happened. So, but they're here, they're good, and we have all of our chickens. But yes, so we are in the middle of a heat wave. So we are really trying to concentrate on just keeping things watered, keeping things alive. And then I'm going to be actually harvesting a few things. I've been slowly harvesting some strawberries, just like a few here or there. And then we've gotten some blackberries that have ripened that were already forming when we bought the blackberry bushes. So we've gotten those. And then we have one Roma tomato that is just about ripe. And we have 2 yellow pear tomatoes that are yellow. So this morning they still had a tinge of green, so I was leaving them through the day. And then probably this afternoon I might go down there and snag them. Otherwise I'll do it in the morning when I check on the garden. But I have some videos coming out this week that I'm recording. So I broke my phone. So if the quality is different, I'm on my husband's phone for the live. So I have to record on his phone right now. I do all of my recording on my phone, and I shattered it right here, and it's spreading out. You can't really see it, but it's spreading out everywhere across the screen. So we have to wait for me to be able to replace that. So my husband lovingly offered up his phone for the lives, and then I'm going to do my best in recording and editing what I can from his for this week. So I'm going to talk about growing sweet potato slips, 2 different ways to start them, and how to plant them out. And then I'm also going to be talking about planting on a slant. And when you're watering on a slant, all the water just rushes down and collects at the bottom. And so things that we can do, and I didn't realize how much that was going to be an issue in our garden beds, and it is. So I have to go back in and do some editing, some damage control in the watering, and making sure we're set up for these hottest months. So I'm going to show you my process and my plan for that. So those should be the videos that'll be coming out Wednesday and Friday, as long as I get them recorded correctly and his phone works for everything. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. It's just hunker down and get things done when it's hot. So I'm going out in the mornings, and then sometimes I'll go out in the afternoons. But when it's hot out, I am crocheting. I'm working on Christmas presents. So this is some of these are Christmas presents. Some of these are going to be for me for the winter, because we just moved here and I need new beanies. So made this cute beanie out of the yarn that I got for $1. It's alpaca yarn. I got it for like $1.25 or something like that for the skein. And so I'm really excited about these. I have a gray one too, so I thought I'd show this off. And then the scarf turned out really cute as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing in the middle of the day. If when it's really hot and I can't be outside in the heat that much. So this is fun, getting ready for Christmas. Normally I am more prepared. Normally I have more space to store things. So I'm just going with what I can and figuring out what I can and can't do. We are getting stuff ready for processing some of these this produce that will be coming through. We've harvested a couple of peppers, but not a ton of them, and we're hopefully going to have more coming up here soon. The tomatillos are growing like crazy. It's super fun to watch, and we should have a ton of green beans coming in soon. They are flowering. So I just got hair in my hole. So I'm really excited about that. This garden tour, everybody seemed to have really liked the garden tour. We've gotten 7 new subscribers this week, 3 from that video. So welcome if you are new. And I will probably do another one in a couple of weeks, because even from the time I recorded that video, what was it, 3 days ago? Like, things have shot up. Not like, some things have shot up about a foot, some just inches, but it's crazy how fast everything is growing. I came from container gardening in California, and I watched a lot of people who garden in ground, and I didn't realize how different it was going to be to grow in ground and also grow in the weather out here. There is so much more moisture in the air, which is why at 97 it feels like 107, because there's so much moisture in the air, even with the heat. And so things stay wetter for longer. They are just absorbing it. The plants love it. And the GreenStalks, actually, I was really surprised. I went to go water them this morning, and they haven't been watered in a few days, and it's been hot. And in California, like, you have to water every day. It's dry heat. Like, you water those GreenStalks every day. And I watered one of them, and I started on the second one, and I was talking to my husband. I'm like, these don't look that dry. And I put my finger in, and they were not dry at all. So I stopped watering. I was like, I need to not water these right now. So it's just different. Everything is very different, and it's different in a positive way. So yeah, I'm super excited because we should have a bumper crop of cucumbers. I'm hoping. I know cucumbers don't like the heat a ton, but we're gonna get going. I'm working on my plan this week for my fall garden for when I need to start seeds and things like that. So I know by when I have to have my seeds set up ready. So, sorry, I was getting a text message coming through. So we're going to be doing the seed starting in the sunroom, I think. Otherwise, I'll put something up in our room that we're staying in. But we will be doing a bunch of seeds, and we're planning on doing a fall to winter garden, and we're super, super stoked about it. I am trying to figure out battling Japanese beetles right now, and battling Japanese beetles and grasshoppers slash katydids, both of them. So I haven't done it this week, which I think I might have talked about it last week. I don't remember, but I think for the grasshoppers, I'm not like good at catching grasshoppers, and me getting down and chasing grasshoppers through the garden is probably something that comic strips are made of. But I am going to bring our electric fly swatter outside and see if that'll work on these baby grasshoppers, because our greens and our radishes and our root vegetables, they're all growing great. But there's some things that are being eaten really bad by the grasshoppers. And I'm losing like my basil, which is my friend's husband herb and my favorite herb. And we're losing like a ton of the basil to the grasshoppers, some of the herbs, a lot of the green things. So I'm going to try to do that. My friend got some organic insecticides for the Japanese beetles. My concern is with that it's going to kill ladybugs that are beetles, and all the things that are considered beetles. Lightning bugs would die. But there's beneficial insects that it would kill as well. So I think what we're going to do is, one, there's some canna lilies that she has up front that are like huge and beautiful, but they're turning into lace because of the Japanese beetles. So I think we are going to spray up that on it. And then I'm going to try to hand pick what I can out of the garden. So if they seem to be attracted to a few other plants. They like the strawberries, so I'm going to have to hand pick off the strawberries. But I just keep knocking them off and squishing them, stepping on them. So I'm going to try to do hand picking them. I read somewhere where you can hand pick the Japanese beetles and put them in water and let them sit out for a few weeks, and then the smell isn't supposed to bother humans, but it's supposed to deter the Japanese beetles because they don't want to eat where their friends' dead bodies are. So I may try that. I just have to get that set up. I will have to say though, I think the Japanese beetle is one of the prettiest bugs that I have seen. It's this really pretty copper color with these little white dots around the butt, and I mean they're just really pretty. I'm like, why do you have to be a bad bug? Because you are adorable, but you're eating my food. So I don't know. I'm having a tough time with that. But yeah. So that's kind of our update right now. Oh, another great update is some friends from the church that we started going to came over, and they were able to remove our starter out of our vehicle, and they drove my husband over to AutoZone, and he exchanged it because he had a lifetime warranty on the starter. exchanged the starter, and then they came over and they put the starter back in. And so our car is running. And it hasn't ran since like 2 days after the tornado or something like that. Um, so it's been a few weeks that we have not had a vehicle. So we are super thankful and super blessed and just very thankful. So our car is up and going, which is amazing. So now the job hunt is on very strong because it's that time. It has to happen. So the job hunt is on very strong for both of us. And yeah. The other thing is this Friday is my husband's birthday. So if you're watching this and you feel like it, wish him happy birthday in the comments below. And I will make sure that he sees them. But yes, Friday is his birthday. I robbed the cradle. He will be turning 37. Uh, he's 5 years younger than me. So yeah, we're just excited. We're thankful. We are loving it here still. The heat is different. It's hot and it's humid, but I actually almost prefer this heat to California heat. What about you, honey?
I prefer this heat.
You prefer this heat, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just it's different, and I don't. It's not. It's not suffocating, but it's not blistering dry. Like I'm not. My skin isn't like lizardy from being out in the heat. Um, I don't know. I'm still trying to drink more water, and my feet don't like it. They're swelling, and we're trying to figure things out. But yeah, we're loving it. So the fireflies have been amazing to sit out and watch them go crazy. Okay, so we're in a garage makeover. So the room I'm in is about 3/4 of my friend's garage. They put up a wall, and this is the exterior garage door. So right here, you can almost see it right here. That is the garage door that lifts if you press the button. I have a wardrobe in front of it, and we have some bookshelves in front of it. And so we have it's like almost 400 square feet in here, and we have a wall unit, AC, and we have just things, right? Every night the last 2 weeks, every single night, a lightning bug is in our room. And at first he's like, how are you always letting them in the room? Well, then one night there was like 3. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I have no clue how they're getting in here. But I mean, there's like under the door around the AC unit, there's like the door going from the added wall into their portion of the garage doesn't have a seal on the bottom. So I mean, there's things that they could be getting in, but it is a crack up. We turn off the lights at night, and there's lightning bugs on the ceiling, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let's get the lightning bugs out. So yeah, I know they don't bite, but they are funny. I'm missing some comments here. Yes, it is fun to see the knitted hat when when the air conditioner's on. This is the time to make them, so that way they're ready. Yeah, I'm really liking them. They're like magic outside. I've been trying to record them and show them to my daughter, but it's just not the same thing. So she's super stoked to see them at some point. We're planning her visit out. I don't know exactly when, but we're getting the details worked out. So hopefully she will be out here. And it's okay. They actually don't show once the live's over. I don't know why they don't show, but I can't figure out how to get them to show after the live's over. But yeah. So don't worry about it. They will be gone in history. But YouTube knows that you commented, and they know your spelling. So yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's lots of fun stuff. I'm thankful that I get to be in the room tonight for the live and not outside. But again, I will be doing the probably in 2 weeks or a week and a half or so. I'll do another garden tour because the garden is growing so fast. I did this picture of um, May 30th, June 10th, and then June 21st or 22nd. And the amount that it had grown is insane. So things are starting to go up the trellis amazingly, which is fun. Hopefully, I'm seeing flowers start to come up on the little buds of the zucchini and the cucumbers and all of those things. So we should be coming into all of that pretty soon. Um, I'm really excited about that. And then I got to get myself ready for hot peppers. So, hot peppers, my friend laughs at me. She goes, "Why do you want so many hot peppers?" I'm like, "I can't even touch them. Like, when we harvest them, I can't, like, touch the stem where I cut them. So when I wash them, I have to be careful. And then if I go to cut them, I have to wear gloves. Even a jalapeno, I have to wear gloves. Shishito, I can do. But they're really, like, they're still really spicy for me. But the jalapeno on the skin, my hands burn for hours. Like, it is horrific. I burn for hours. So I'm growing hot peppers to make hot sauce for my husband and her husband this year. So I need to figure out the best route. What I'm going to do is I'm getting small amounts in. Some of them I'm going to wash, chop, and freeze for just using for cooking or whatever else for them. But I want to ferment the hot sauce, and I don't think you can ferment things you've frozen. So it's because the walls are going to break down differently after they've been frozen, and then you have a moisture content difference. I don't know. So I have to look into that and see what I can and can't do. Now I probably could pickle them and make the cowboy candy, whatever it is, the kind of candied jalapeno jelly thing. I think they would really like that. We bought some pickled eggs with jalapeno. What else was in the pickled eggs?
Just
That's it? Was there onions or anything like that?
no.
No. So
Yes,
everybody really liked the pickled eggs, so we're gonna try to do something along those lines. And then we got gardenia, or Mama says, tell Junior hi and ask if he wants a cookie.
no.
He turned down ice cream. His sugar's been amazing. He woke up this morning, it was 96. After eating the other day, it was like 120. So his sugar is all back stabilized and doing amazing. So, yeah, he's doing good. He's here. I think, are you playing with one of the nieces and nephews?
Nope.
No? You're just playing? My nieces and nephews have been on summer vacation. And so, throughout the day, every once in a while, one kid will pop on with my husband, another one will pop on, and it's funny. So, it's been good. But yeah, so we're going to make gardenia, or I don't remember exactly how to say it, but it's pickled carrots, cauliflower, onions, like just pickled veg in the fridge. And so we're going to do some quick pickles of that, just random vegetable items, and have those in the fridge so we can be eating off of them. My friend really likes dill pickles. So we're going to be making dill pickles. She hates sweet pickles, which are my favorite. So it's kind of funny. Depending on the crop we get, we may do some bread and butter pickles. I need to find the recipe that I did before on the bread and butter pickles because I really liked those. My mom really liked those. And so I need to get those recipes. Yeah. Okay, so I did like dill pickles until I was about 16. So I asked for dill pickles for my birthday, I think it was. and they got me a gallon jar of dill pickles. And I want to say, did I eat them in like a day or 2 days or something ridiculous? And um, I haven't really been a dill pickle person since. It's crazy. So, yeah, I still like, I'm okay with a pickle here or there, but I can't do like a lot of strong dill pickles. So, I don't know. But I really liked the bread and butter pickles I made. I do like relish and things like that in um, tuna sandwiches or egg salad or chicken salad, whatever. So I really want to make sure that we have some relish and all of that. So we're doing the crop right now. And then my goal is that as these start to peter out, I will start around for fall. That's my hope. Um, so I'm going to, again, I'm going to be plugging in this week. I have an app that I'm using for knowing when to help me do the math on seed starting, when to start things or when I'm hitting too far, like a heat warning. So when I planted my root vegetables out and I plugged that in, it said that I was going to have a heat warning when it came to harvesting. So it says, hey, danger, this may not work for you. They may bolt, they may whatever, right? So they have the same thing for in those fall to the winter. That way you know when it's going to get too cold, or do you need to add extra protection to things. And so we're hoping to, I've got to figure it out because I want to cover, I want to do frost cover on some of the stuff because we did not plant any kale right now, even though I was planning on it, because I really want kale to succeed, and it really tastes so much better when it has the cold snaps. It doesn't taste as good in the summer. So I held off on the kale. So that's one thing we'll be starting and trying to grow through the winter as much as possible. But a lot of our root vegetables and greens and things like that, we're going to do all fall rounds. And so I've got to figure out the beds. Our potatoes are flowering already, which kind of amazed me. So I think after they flower, about 2 weeks later is when they start to die or something like that. So I'm just watching for them to do their thing. And then when we dig those up, that'll be a bed that'll be saved for the fall. And then the sweet potato bed, I think we're going to be pushing it into almost frost time. And then the asparagus bed, nothing else goes into that. So the thing that this is the tricky thing when it comes to growing things in the winter. We just hit the summer equinox, and so we hit the longest day of the year. From here on out, for the rest of the year, it's getting shorter and shorter. All of our days, we're getting less and less sun. So that's why things grow really fast going from spring into summer, is because each day is getting more and more sun. Well, when you're getting less and less sun, you need to be careful that you're giving yourself enough time for things to grow to a point where then they can stay stagnant through the winter and you can use them. There still might be a little bit of growth, but like kale may grow somewhat, but you want it to get bigger before it gets heavy frost, because then it's not getting enough sun to really photosynthesize and do all of its growing and all the things. And so you can have it stay in the garden and use frost protection and so forth, but you're not getting a lot of brand new leaves. So I need to balance out when I'm starting it with how much sun I'm getting, and I need it to be a good size before they sit over winter. So like nasturtiums, I was able to grow in California over the winter. I will not be able to grow them over the winter here because they're frost tender. And where I was in California, like our lowest temperature was like 28 degrees or something like that. And most of the time my little pocket didn't get that low. So I don't even think I don't think my pocket hit a frost last winter because my stuff didn't, some of my stuff didn't die. I had a close one, but I did cover with a sheet one night. So here, that's totally different. I think they went down to very oddly like -19 or something like that this last year. So there's a lot of things that are going to be different. So I have to do a little bit more research into what I can possibly overwinter and what I want to push my luck on. I am going to be, I'm using up old seed. So some of my seeds have been, the viability, the germination level has been lower because they're older seeds, which is fine. That's what I bought them for, was to use them and to grow them. So I want them to grow, but I'm going to have to start slowly getting more seeds because it is so much more cost effective to start your garden from seed. I invested a couple of years ago in Bootstrap Farmer seed starting trays. It was an investment, and it's the Walmart trays like fall apart after a year. The Bootstrap Farmers don't. So I put in that investment on purpose. I don't know if I'm going to need to invest a little bit more into that. I need to look at how many trays I have, and we have a big garden now. And so making sure that we have enough, that I have enough to rotate through. And I can maybe start some as the little seedlings, and then pot them up and start something else as little seedlings. So I got to check and see what I have. But seed starting is like crazy how different it is. So can you pass me one of these seeds, packages of seeds sitting up here? I'm going to give you an example, not the corn. So, alright. So, I got this in 2022, honey nut squash, and this package cost $4, and it says a minimum of 20 seeds. Now I've used some of the seeds out of here, and I can pretty much tell you Baker Creek usually goes over their seeds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28, and I planted some seeds out of this. So for $4, they like went 1.5 times the amount that they said they were going to do. And then I can buy one squash plant for $4 at the grocery store. Sometimes it's closer to $5. So for $4, I just got a maximum possibility of 30 seeds. The package said 20, but even I just counted them, and there was 28, and I know I at least planted 2. So for 30 seeds, that's a huge savings when it comes to planning out your garden. And so I bought these in 2022. I used a couple of seeds this year. I'm going to use a couple of seeds next year, and I'm going to use a couple of seeds the year after that, because we want a variety of seeds, and we really want to try this one. So this, though, I bought once, and now next year, so I bought this in 2022. So this year's garden budget, I didn't buy this. It's already sitting there and used. So the cost I would have paid for one plant in 2022, I just am providing seeds for all of my future gardening years. And then slowly you'll have to replace them out. So every package has a different number of seeds. Squash is pretty commonly 20. A lot of times lettuce has like 300 to 500 to 1,000 seeds, depending on where you get them from. The cost of the seed package will vary. So you can get seeds at the dollar store. You're going to get way less seeds than you would if you bought a more expensive package somewhere else. I bought yellow green beans, yellow beans at the Dollar Tree this year, or Dollar General or something. Once we were out here, um, and they were 4 packages for $1. I'm like, I'm not passing that up. That's a great deal for these yellow beans, and I believe they're really good pickled. So let's go for it, right? And so, plus they're just really good to eat. So knowing your investment, so if you get, let's say you're investing in some tomato seeds, right? You're going to have enough tomato seeds for the next couple of years. So then you do pepper seeds, or you do some tomatoes, some peppers, and you add on something else. And you slowly start building your seed library. Now these, I'll do another video later, because this is a really good topic on doing why they're packaged for a year, how long are seeds good for, how to store them, all that kind of stuff. I'll make a separate video about that because I think that's a really good topic. But we will be doing seed starting coming up in about a month, I believe. I'm trying to remember if it was end of July or I think it was end of July that it said I was going to have to start some stuff. Not squash. I do not start squash inside, and I do not start cucumbers inside. But everything else almost I do. I direct sow those. So we'll be starting seeds for the fall. I'm going to go over the planning app that I'm going to use, all that kind of stuff, and kind of share my process. And I'm learning my new zone. I'm learning this area. I knew my other area very well. Now I'm learning my zone here. And even watching old Roots and Refuge videos and current Whispering Willow videos, they're in Arkansas, but they're more southern than I am. And so I have to adjust my time frame a little bit. So in spring, I plant a little bit later than them. And in fall, I plant a little bit earlier than them because I'm going to get colder up here for longer. And so those are things that I'm taking into consideration when I'm planning out my garden. So that's kind of where I am at right now. Just protecting myself from the heat, making sure my garden survives, getting ready for abundance from the garden, and already looking forward to fall and even into spring. I also need to figure out where to order garlic from because I think I need to place those orders pretty soon to be able to plant in fall. Yeah, that's kind of what I have going on. Does anybody have any questions before I hop off on anything? Because I want to make sure I answer any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to go watch some more Dr. Quinn. And I'm almost done with Dr. Quinn. I've been enjoying that as well while I have been crocheting and hanging out during the cool weather. I'm not seeing any questions pop through. So if you have questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. If I've ended the live, just pop it in the comments of the replay video. And I will make sure I get to them and answer them. If you have topics that you would like me to talk on for future videos, don't forget, if you go to my profile page, then if you go to my channel page, then you can go to community, and I'm posting over the weekends. I'm posting if you have questions or topics that you want me to talk about for that week. So not everybody comments there, which is fine. Not everybody knows where that is. But that's where you do it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We are, as of this afternoon, we are 199 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscribers that are needed to apply to be monetized. So, I mean, just 7 this week, which is awesome. So thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, feel free to subscribe and join our little community. And all that means is to become monetized is that they'll put some ads on, and then I can get a kickback from YouTube for people watching ads and so forth, and it helps me be able to fund some of the projects and stuff in our home. And that's it. No extra cost to you. Just subscribing and watching and enjoying and learning. So that's it. I will talk to you guys on the next video. Again, we post videos Wednesday and Friday and lives on a Monday for now. And until that changes, if I come into a snag with my phone, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to replace my phone due to financial situations right this second. So if I come into a snag with a video doing a live, I will post a video for it and have a video on Monday instead of a live. But I would let you guys know that in that community tab. So thank you for joining, and we'll talk to you later.